So today I'm going to introduce you to a practice which we introduced to Happy Face Yoga in week 1. It's called Greet the Earth, or Earth Salutations, and it's a deliberate play on word on Greet the Sun, or Sun Salutations, because the principles are very similar but the output is very, very different. The reason for that is it concentrates on spending more time in the inversions, whereby the head is lower than the heart, and when that's the case there's a whole variety of benefits that the body, the mind and even the nervous system enjoy. The most important ones of those for face yoga are the fact that we supply a lot more oxygen and nutrients to the face while our head is below the heart, because of the reversed flow of energy and flow of blood around the body. And the benefits of that gives you clearer, brighter skin, and also because the nervous system is relaxed, a more relaxed face, so a happier face overall. We start in a mountain position with the feet together, the toes apart, and the toes carrying as much weight as the heels. The spine is neutral, tall and straight. The shoulders are released and relaxed, and the hands hang heavy by the side. Spend a moment before you begin just observing how the head feels in terms of its position and also in terms of its sensation. On an inward breath, take your hands up. On an outward breath, bend your knees and come to a chair. Land your hands on your thighs, take your air in and come through to your spinal extension here, encouraging your crown forwards and your tail backwards. As you exhale with soft knees, take your fullest and easiest forward fold and your first prolonged inversion. While here we create a cradle with our arms resting opposite elbows in palms, and we lightly land the crown in the cradle and allow the back to lengthen and so the head lower as a result. And the more space you have through the spine, the more gravitational pull there is for that oxygen, that energy and those nutrients to the face. You should feel your cheeks travelling towards your eyes here. Let's land the hands either side of the 2 feet and take a big step back with our right leg and arrive in a lunge. From your lunge, exhale to a down dog and hold your down dog for a while, applying the same principles as you did in your fold of a heavy head and a long tail. Encourage more length into the body by adding more load to your hands, more lift to your tailbone and more downwards projection of your heels, and just let your head hang there diagonally ahead of the tail. On an inward breath, take a forward journey with your head to a plank and then soften your right knee and place it between your 2 hands and arrive in pigeon. Go back onto your left leg, go forward with your 2 hands and down with your 2 elbows. Rest the belly against the thigh, the chin towards the chest and the forehead all the way to the floor if you can reach it. If this is too far for you, just create a pillow with your hands and rest the head a little higher. Again, allow the head to be low, allow the breath to be full, and enjoy the rest and recovery of this position for the back and the stimulation for the skin of the face. Bring your hands back, your head up, your back knee forward, your front knee back, arrive in all fours. Take a few cat-cows here. So in cat-cow we go from head above to head below the heart. And it's a good thing to introduce at this point in the sequence, because if you find the effects of inversions more powerful, it helps you reorder the body and re-establish normal blood flow before we return to standing. Finish your current cat-cow with an inward breath and an upward journey of the head, an outward breath and a downward journey of the head, and then on your next in-breath come through to a table where the head, the shoulders and the hips align. Tuck your toes under and walk yourself back to a chair position. Bring your feet together, your knees together, your hands together, your thumbs to the heart center. And then on an inward breath, come up and stand tall in your mountain. Reach up with the fingertips, soften down through the shoulders and strengthen through the legs. Release your hands to the side and take a forward journey up the mat and prepare to repeat the same sequence the other way. Start again in your mountain, feet wide, toes heavy, heels as heavy as the toes, crown lifted and shoulders low. Take your inward breath, your upward journey with your gaze, with your hands, with your heart. And as you exhale, see if you can bend a little lower and stay a little longer through the back in your chair. Move to your spinal extension with long legs, landed hands, drifting the crown forward, the tail backwards and tucking the chin inwards. Bend the knees, bend the arms, rest the elbows in the palms, rest the crown in that cradle. Hopefully feeling longer and lower in the back generally. And on this second occasion, if you want to advance the stretch through the spine, pull the arms into the head, push the head into the arms, and feel that extra space in the back of the body. Bring the two hands to the floor, bring the left leg back and arrive in a lunge. And as you exhale, push through to your down dog. On your next journey, land the hands, plant them, lower the heels, tilt the tail, and again, allow the head to be heavy. Allow the cheeks to get warm and rosy. And then on your inward breath, take your forward journey with your plank and hold yourself there briefly. Then bend your left leg. Place the knee between the hands at the front, go back on the right leg behind you and forward with the two hands, down with the two elbows and lower the body to the floor. Hopefully the head is closer to the floor than it was formerly, and just allow the heaviness in the head to let you release, relax and rest in the posture. Again, we're going to go through to cat-cow. So bring your head up and your hands back. Align your hands with your shoulders. Align your knees with your hips. And when you're ready, breathe in on the upward journey of the crown and the tail. Breathe out on their downward journey. Repeat this at least 3 times. And if it's a sequence you revisit and you feel you need to do more than 3, then of course do. Come through to a neutral spine position. You can walk back to your chair from here, but if you feel a little bit more powerful, you can lengthen your legs, lift your tail, lift your chin, and jump forwards to your chair. Bring the feet together, the hands together, the thumbs to the heart center, and take a breath. And then inhale to your extended mountain once more, and you should feel longer and lighter generally, and alert and awake around the cheeks in particular and the face in general. We're going to go through this one more time with each leg. So as you exhale, bend the knees and bow the body, come through to your chair. We're moving a little faster now. As you inhale, lengthen legs, arms and spine and cut a right angle. As you exhale, soften and fold, create that cradle, link the cradle and the crown. If you can go longer with the legs and heavier with the head here, then do. Bring the hands to the floor, the gaze forward, the right leg back and lunge, and then exhale to your down dog and work on the length of the limbs, the hinge of the hips and the heaviness of the head. Take your inward breath for your forward journey into your plank, and from your plank lift up the right leg, bend it and come to your pigeon posture from here. Take a step with both hands, a bend with both elbows and a bow with your body, and let the head rest heavy on the floor. Close the eyes and breathe into the pit of the belly as you do so. Returning to cat-cow from here and repeating your cat-cow movements at least 3 times. The inward breath with the lift of the head, the outward breath with the lowering. Mobilize the spine as much as you can from the very tip of the tail to the very top of the crown. Decide whether you're going to walk back to your chair from here or jump forward. If you are walking back, come to a bent knee position and walk back. If you are jumping forward, go through to your down dog, lift the chin, the tail, the heels, and take a jump forwards. Bring your feet together, your knees together, your hands together, and bend the knees and bow the body. And then as you inhale, come up nice and tall into that extended mountain one more time. As you exhale, come through to your chair. As you inhale, grow long to your back extension. And as you exhale, come down to what should be your best and fullest stretch of the back of the body and heaviness of your head so far. Soften the knees, land the hands, take the left leg back as you lunge, and then take the right foot back and assume your down dog once more. Enjoy that warmth through the body in general, that warmth through the cheeks in particular. Inhale, come forwards to your plank, and from your plank bend your left leg and glide it forwards to your swan. Go back with the leg behind, forwards with the hands ahead of you, down with the elbows, down with the belly, down with the chin, and find the floor with the forehead as best you're able. Rise to all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and take your cat-cow once more. Move as freely and as fully as your breath and your body will allow. And if you need to stay here for longer than 3 repetitions, then do. But complete at least 3 just to get that blood flow closer to normal than what it was before. And when you've completed all 3, either walk back to your chair or push back to your down dog and jump forwards to your chair. Hands in prayer, chest up, tail down, chin in, and then as you inhale, take your mountain one final time. As you exhale, return the hands to the floor and explore how you feel between your feet and your crown and around your face in particular. Breathe into the belly. I don't know whether you can see, but hopefully my face is a little redder than it was at the beginning, which is an indication of how powerful and impactful this sequence can be. If you're someone who does practice face yoga, whether you do the Happy Face Yoga program or another, this is a great way to warm up if you've got the space and the time before you do your facial exercises. And it's a great practice to do independent of the facial exercises to get those oxygens and nutrients flowing to the face. Join me next time and I'll share a little bit more Happy Face Yoga stuff with you then. Thank you.